Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Morning, guys.
Welcome back. Happy Easter Eve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ralphie. Did you guys see Ralphie's comment? Today's Nostalgia Power episode sponsored by two middle fingers. He must be having a morning already.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny because I wanted to have it get off my grass segment this morning.
we could bust into the curmudgeonly old men segment right
Can
off
we?
the bat.
Yeah,
we could just start off running.
Yeah, I got a real pet peeve.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Gallagher guy. I barely had enough sleep, so I was hanging out with Gallagher guy and his wife last night on his stream, and we were throwing back a few adult beverages. So
Nice.
yeah, hopefully I make it through this one okay. I feel all right. 5 hours of sleep. Who needs sleep?
Yeah, it's overrated.
Yeah, it is. It's overrated. There's way too much stuff to do.
It is. Who came up with it anyway?
Yeah. Jesse, you said you had some grievances to air possibly?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, a real quick one. This has been going on a long time now. In front of my house, right? I have a two-car driveway, so it's a wide driveway. Then in front of my house to my porch, I have a winding pathway that goes right out to the curb. So you could pull right up to the path. You could pull right up to the driveway. By my mailbox on the corner, in between those two things, is flower beds and landscaping rocks and mulch. Would you believe every single person that pulls up to my house crosses right through the mulch, steps through the mulch, through the rocks, over the other mulch, and then onto the walkway? And they do it every single time.
How long has it been set up this way?
Oh, since I've been here
Since the
over
beginning
20
of
years.
time.
So this has been happening the entire length.
The entire time. Yep. And every time I have to landscape it every year, and then they just kill it. Because when you step on the rocks, it crushes through the fabric, and then you just get all the weeds all the time.
Right.
So they just ruin it.
feel like
Those
the
weeds can go through
landscaping-
concrete. They're
yeah.
notorious.
And if you take time and effort to make it look nice, it should go without saying that you don't walk in there.
No,
Kids
and
are
what
one thing because maybe they don't know, but
what I don't get is it's so much easier to do it the other two ways. They're literally stepping over rocks.
I like that one. That's a good idea.
yeah,
That's a good
I thought
idea.
about
Yeah,
that.
I should.
Install a
Well,
moat, that way keep everybody out.
yeah, being a jester, I should have a moat.
Trapdoor, something.
Something.
Morning, Hockey
Yeah.
Town.
Pit bulls.
So is this? I mean, you said this is everybody. So UPS, mail,
Yeah, listen,
Jehovah's Witnesses, whatever. It doesn't matter.
one time I'm literally going to compile because I have it. It's all on video. I will compile. At least I'll give you 10 or 15 of them doing the exact same thing. Every delivery person, every single person who shows up takes the same path through the rocks, through the mulch, kicks the mulch. They all do it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. If you have a sidewalk, yeah, exactly, zero. People have
respect at all.
No respect at all.
Like
And
we're
then,
on
yeah,
the
if the
danger
moat
field.
doesn't work, call moat.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Yeah. No, you spend time and that mulch. It's not cheap. The effort you
Yeah.
do to
No.
make it look nice, and people just trash it. It's like the people that there's always one in everybody's neighborhood that lets their dog take a dump in your yard.
Yeah.
And most people are respectful, and I get that. That's fine. That has to happen. But clean it up. Don't be that person that.
Oh,
just
there was
leaves it
one
there.
time. I don't want to take over too much time, but
No, go ahead.
we used to live in the city, and one guy used to come down, and every single morning he would make the dog go right there in front of our fence on the sidewalk every morning. So my father waited for him one morning, and he did it. So now my father, and he kind of didn't want to mess with my father in a way, and he came running out the door, and he goes, "Now pick it up." Pick it up right now. So he says, "Well, I don't have anything." He says, I'm not going to get into what he's exactly
You
said,
have
but
two hands.
he made him pick it up with his bare hands.
That is just
So it
the
never
utmost
happened again.
disrespect to have of somebody to do that, to
Yeah.
let their dog go to the bathroom in your yard.
You know, and it's one thing if you're walking and sometimes a dog, you don't even know it's coming. They just, they go.
Yeah.
But he literally came there every morning and did it
And left it.
and left it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no way. That's unacceptable. No, if you're walking your dog, you have to be prepared because it's almost inevitable that they're going to go to the bathroom somewhere.
Yeah. At least learn to curb them.
They always do that when you don't have the bag. I've done that myself. It's like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
seriously?
Like you just went before we left.
Like,
I've witnessed it, and then like you should be good.
Yeah, my dogs, especially when I was in the city, they would always run right for the street, right to the curb. That's, I made them go right there.
Yeah. And they always find that telephone pole or something that every dog for the past 30 years used, and you can't get them away from
gosh,
it.
the marking. Wes pees everywhere. Like he's got to like mark every single spot we walk.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
And for over 30 years, I had to climb those piss-ridden poles.
Oh, yeah. That's why the bottom look the way they do. Just all deteriorated and rotten.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't know. You guys were, Phil, Zod, you said you got some rain, but here it's beautiful, sunny. It's like perfect Easter weather.
How
and the only
does
bad
your
thing,
lawn look right now?
Oh, awful. I haven't cut it yet. I'm in desperate need of cutting my grass.
It's growing that much.
High in patch. Oh, yeah. It's really, really thick in spots.
Yeah, because we've been getting a lot of sun, and that's been coming up.
Has everything been coming through? Does it look thick? Is there stuff you need to address?
No, I don't. I shouldn't have to like replant anything, but it's definitely growing patchy. But once I start cutting it, it all evens itself out. And the only bad thing about this time of year that I hate is I have seasonal allergies really bad. And I can feel them. They're starting to come out to the point of where I have to take medication every single day.
Yeah.
I'm on
My
that
wife
stuff in my nose, and
I have it year round. It's always there. I take that Flonase every single day.
I wonder if it's like
I'm probably allergic to cats.
I was about to say it could be pet dander, cats,
Wow.
or
That's a hell of a time to find out you're allergic to cats, Phil.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, I found this out years ago. Like, there's a possibility before I even had Loki. So,
no, as
It
long
is
as
what
it's
it is.
bearable, I guess. That's how we found out our son was allergic to cats. We got a cat, and his eyes are all swollen,
do
and
it.
he's sneezing, and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you build up an immunity, though. My daughter was always allergic to cats, but now she's got a cat, and she's not allergic to it anymore. So, I don't know if
Yeah,
she
you
built up an
definitely will.
immunity.
My hay fever, is what they call it, is lessened over the years. I mean, I still get it pretty. Right now, I can feel my eyes. It's
lucky.
really bad in the morning.
it feels like it's getting worse the older I get.
No. I don't want to.
Now we were just talking about that backstage. Everything's getting worse as we get older.
Yeah. already started with the grunting every time I get up or bend over.
And then you ever get somebody when you do it, somebody's that's sitting in your house with you or something, go, what's the matter? Are you all right? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, it was every time now.
Like I just had to sit down. Like it was very physically demanding.
I'm sweating.
Yeah. Allergic to cats, and you have 3. My goodness.
Wow.
Tom.
Hopefully, he's not allergic to latex.
Well, that would be horrible for Tom. All
Yeah.
things considered. Yeah, he has to make sure he gets that silicone skin,
Yeah.
or that cyber skin, because he can't do latex.
So
Tom will live in infamy.
Poor Tom.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to make something up, a little
His ears
clip
must
or
be
something,
burning.
or
Gotta have a
I'm gonna
segment in each week.
It's gonna have to be. I'll think of something eventually.
I wish we could do an AI video of Tom actually interacting with his dog.
I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Who knows a
Very
guy.
good at that. But I got a long weekend. I'm sure. Phil, do you have any days off? Do you have off
Took off
yesterday?
Monday.
Or?
I was off yesterday.
Yeah, I'm off Monday. I took off Monday too, and it just stinks now that I'd like to be out having fun and hanging out, but I got a whole long list of adult things to do.
It's that time of year.
Yep.
That's why I took off, just to get something done.
What do you and
Yep.
Kelly got going on for Easter, Phil?
It depends if it rains tomorrow, because I want to rake the yard. That's why I was kind of asking Mike how his lawn looked. Otherwise, I'll go to her parents' house. So we'll see, because I never have any time, and I got it. That lawn is driving me insane right now. What are you doing, Zad?
Hello. You there, Zod?
Yeah,
Oh,
What do you got going on?
I'm going to my parents' house tomorrow.
That'll be fun. And will they about an hour away from you? Hour drive?
Well, I'm going to go with my nephew. So my nephew's going to come pick me up, and we're going to go over there for the day, and then I'll come
Nice.
back. No, I don't mind. I like spending the day over at my parents' house. I don't get to see them a whole lot,
Yeah.
so it's
My-
kind of nice to go there for the holiday.
My parents took us downtown Chicago every Easter when I was in middle school and high school with my sister, my mom, my stepdad, and we'd stay downtown, and it was a different time then, because you would just walk up and down Michigan Avenue. That's when every store was still there. Like you had the toy stores, you had
oh
Nike
yeah.
Town.
All the storefronts
was-
are probably done up, and
That's like always my Easter memory, because it was a fun time. And that's like my connection with Illinois. Whenever I go to Great America or anywhere, I think about that. Like we were there for an extended weekend every year. Sometimes you take the train down, but it was a fun time.
Cool.
We're going to my mom's tomorrow, but we're having a party here next weekend, my wife's family. So everybody's doing something different this weekend. So next weekend we're gonna get together. And of course it has to be here, So there's gonna be 25 some people or more. So that's why, like I got to get the grass cut. I got to finish up all these projects that I've been working on that are kind of like just unfinished. So this weekend and this week is going to be pretty hectic. And I thought this past Monday, I thought I broke my finger at work. I had a little bit of an incident where a ladder came down and landed right on my pinky finger, and it turned black and blue and swelled up like twice its original size, to the point where I had to go to the doctors. And luckily it's not broken, but I don't know. Do you guys ever smash your finger real bad before?
I
Like, on the
drilled right through my
fingertip?
finger once.
Dude,
Many
Came
times.
right up the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, what they had to do to relieve the pressure was she had, I don't know, some machine, but it got like red hot, and they just sat it down right through my fingernail. It's like basically bored a hole through it.
Really?
Yeah, all the blood and pressure.
Well,
and
it's a
everything
good thing
came
you went to
squirting
the
out.
doctor then.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
'cause it was
different.
it was getting very uncomfortable. It did. It felt like it was just like a water balloon that was overfilled and it was ready to burst. And I'm like, kids can't be.
Yeah, I smashed my thumb really, really bad, and it turned black. I mean, completely black. And after that, it never grows the same anymore. It grows in 3 sections.
Oh,
Does
yeah?
does your hand turn white if it's like 50 degrees or colder out with that nerve damage? Like anything you,
Yeah.
you
Oh well, yeah. Mine is severe. I have like a sympathetic nervous dystrophy, so my sympathetic nervous system doesn't work properly. Like the autonomous system doesn't work properly, so everything is off. So if it's too cold out, it actually feels like it to me. It's like it's burning.
wow.
So I'm in severe burning pain. Like, yeah.
When the gloves do nothing. That's the problem with gloves. Is they're temporary. It's like the mittens
Yeah.
are the only thing that keep your hands warm.
I've noticed that too. Like
brutal.
if I have gloves on, I mean, it'll help. If you're outside, if you're working or something like that, then your blood's circulating and it then you don't get
know.
quite as cold. But if you're just walking or standing around or whatever, and you're outside, the gloves will help for about 5 minutes. And
It's the worst.
Yeah, and the better gloves, you can't move your hands because they're so
Yeah, I
insulated
know,
and they're so
right.
thick, so
and
they're
if
not
you
even.
work with your hands, like how are you?
Yeah, you can't,
do
yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Oh, trephination? Is that what? Is that what they did? I don't know. I was she's like, you probably won't even feel it. She's like, your finger is so much pressure in there, you probably won't even feel it. And I tell you what, I did not feel it at one bit.
No, huh?
It went
It's a good
right
thing.
down.
Was that an
through.
urgent care you went to, or
Yeah, that's all it was. That because yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't think it was broken, but after like 2 days, I mean, it was pretty
Wait, so
uncomfortable.
did they drill through your nail or your finger?
Yeah, the
Okay,
nail.
the
just to
nail?
let the
Yeah,
blood out.
I've
Like,
done that before. I've taken try doing that yourself. Like, go drill through your nail. Yes,
I've
I
been
had to do
doing
that
it.
before. Like
I've been opening the hole back up again,
Oh
so
my
it continues
gosh!
to it's like watery down inside there now. I hope I don't lose the nail. It doesn't look like I will, but
on our next time show, we'll teach you how to do a cardiac bypass by yourself.
yeah, we're gonna.
For some reason, I believe Jesse has probably done a couple of those.
Gotten close.
But it's funny because the doctor opened the drawer up to get this little tip or whatever she uses for her machine, and literally sitting right next to it was a safety pin and a lighter. And she's like, "Yeah, this machine doesn't always work." And I'm sitting there going, "Well, was that like I could have done this at home. I was just here just to make sure I didn't do something stupid."
I could have done it at home for like $1.50. Now I'm gonna pay like $950.
Yeah, well, that was $30 for a copay for me to sit there and wait for 45 minutes for like a 30-second procedure.
It's peace of mind.
And she's sitting there squeezing it and getting all the stuff out, hurt to hell because it's bruised. And she's like, "All right, well, you can go home and you could probably take care of the rest of it." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You just squeeze it and I'll tell you when it's too much, because if I'm not into like
No, I can't do it.
pain, I don't want to be.
Could you just sit here for the next half hour and kiss it for me?
Yeah. Like, I'd rather you do it, because if it's up to me, I probably won't be able to. But now
self mutilation is a mark of a man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now it's fine. I'm just sitting here, just pushing on it. So all that
duct tape it back into place. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. We have any other ailments that we can come up with some remedies for?
It's nostalgic chat.
Oh yeah, ladders, WrestleMania.
Well, they were old injuries, so that is nostalgic. Okay,
It is.
We're not talking about.
You can be because I guess you can be nostalgic for injuries.
Sure.
It's
We do it all the time.
It's ridiculous, but it's the truth.
Yeah, but you ever get together with your family and you'll always talk about, "Hey, remember that time when I smashed my head on the?"
Well, I have a situation like that. Because when I was a kid, I fell on a barbecue grill. So every once in a while, that'll come up.
Wow.
It's like, wow, remember when I fell on a barbecue grill and had 4th degree burns all across my arm? Remember that?
Then everybody starts laughing.
Fond memories, guys.
Do you still have the scars?
They've gone. They've gone away.
Sorry, Stock Jock.
It took decades, but yeah, they've gone away. I mean, it's.
We haven't eaten yet, Stock Jock, so it's not. No, I'll never forget.
I ate
Oozing pus. It's like mozzarella.
for the show.
Oh,
Finally
man.
You did, Phil?
I had 4 toaster strudels
Today?
Awesome, bro.
Wow.
How much caffeine?
frosting.
How much caffeine did you have with those toasters?
When I finished this X-Men huge coffee mug, this is my first pot. So the Keurig is on. So when we go to commercial break, the K-Cup will go in effect. It's already on. I won't be late. I'll be back here when it starts again.
Awesome.
All right, now that we've disgusted everybody, I'm sorry. I had to bring that up because it's hindering me. It's enough of an annoyance. Like, I have all this housework to do, and not having
but
having all your digits.
Having a day off. This is in adulthood. This is when we take care of those types of projects, whether you want to or not.
It is. I know.
You have that window.
Yep.
That's the important thing. So Kelly's like, what are we gonna do on Easter? I said, I don't know. I have to get this project done. Like, it's just I can't decide anything until Sunday.
This year I hired someone to do it all. I ain't doing it no more.
I almost did that with the shed. When I painted the shed last year, I said to myself, next time just hire somebody. It's so time consuming, Jesse.
Yep.
Yeah. And really, They're going to do the whole front, what we were talking about before, the mulch, the rocks, all brand new rocks, 2 tons of rocks and everything. All this work, all this cleanup from spring cleanup and everything, $800.
See,
I mean, you really can't go wrong for that.
That's the one time they're gonna come over, do all that. That's the
No,
charge.
and then they're going to go all the way through September and keep
So
coming
they're gonna
back
put the
and
fertilizer. They're gonna do the
Oh.
weed and feed
everything,
stuff.
and they're going to maintain it all the way through September.
And then there's
Oh, yeah,
there's a
that's
thing
horrible.
where it's like if your grass dies or something, it's on them. Like
Yeah, any
Yeah.
weeds grow, they'll take care
Yeah.
of it, all that. It's not like I don't have
This
to
is
do
your,
anything.
your
out there.
landscaping, your mulch bed, and all that.
Yeah,
So
everything.
that includes the price of the mulch.
Yeah, blowing
And
the property
wow.
to make sure it's
Yeah,
clean.
What do you do during winter with plowing or snow blowing the driveway? What are you thinking?
I can't. I have to hire that out too now. I can't do it with the nerves.
It's no fun, anyways. Every time I'm out there shoveling and snow blowing, I'm
Yeah.
like, man, when is it okay to be like, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe I'll just hire somebody to do it.
Saying you ain't gonna believe this, okay? This is the hand to God. I hired somebody this year that I didn't know anything about, and so they said, "Okay, we're going to come out. We're going to, take a look around and give you the estimate." I said, "Okay." So who shows up? But swear, 28-year-old girl. She's got the baseball cap on and everything. She's the owner, the head of the whole place. That was the first time I ever seen that. Yeah. Yep.
That's got to be very uncommon.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I outsource that to my wife. Any physical labor around the house, honey, you're up.
Yeah.
You're right, Stock Jock. It's impossible to find a neighborhood kid that's wants
They don't
to
want to do
shovel your
anything. Try
sidewalk
working.
or
No, they don't.
No.
Oh God.
Try
cut your
dealing with the young
grass.
generation now.
No. If you mention any kind of work like that to a kid, they literally start to shudder.
Yeah,
Like,
that were no
you
part of
know?
it.
Yeah, no.
Remember that Simpsons episode where Bart was doing all that work, and the lady gave him like 2 quarters.
Yeah, yep. No, I mean, I'd be willing to pay if there was a 13-year-old or 14-year-old kid that was looking to try to make a few bucks. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
you know
yeah.
what? I say that he would cut my
Yeah.
grass one time, and I'd be like, "No, this is not good enough."
Yeah,
Like,
it would be like all jagged. Some would be missed.
yes, I wouldn't be able to.
Because
Like,
in
"All right, sorry, you're
between
fired."
he'd be twittering, whatever, Facebook and
right, Instagram,
social media,
yep, TikToking.
TikToking, yeah, doing one of the new TikTok dances in between
on the lawnmower.
on the mower.
On the mower. Yes, sir.
Yeah, used to
More
be a
like
code
quarterback.
word.
They teach you how to get good at Fortnite. Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
they want Venmo payments up front to give you an estimate. It wouldn't surprise me. About $20, shovel the whole driveway.
It's like 35 to get your lawn mowed nowadays. It has gone up. I mean, I used to do it for $5 a lawn. It's in the
Wow.
30s.
Venmo.
I remember when we first moved here, I didn't have a riding mower yet because we had a lot less property. So we hired somebody right off the bat while I was shopping around to buy a mower. And the people we brought in here, I mean, they had their own landscaping company. It was like $80. And they came back every single week, regardless of rain or shine or anything.
Was it 80 each time?
It was 80 each time.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was great the fact that they would come through during the day. The grass would always be cut. They would always do the blow, the leaf blower.
Think
and
about that.
weed
Think
whacking
about
and all
what the
that.
month would be.
But oh, I know. But after about a month and a half, I'm like, man, this is great. But I'm like, I got to buy a damn tractor right now because this is adding up quick. After like 4 or 5 months, I could have bought a great riding mower.
You could have got ALP for that price.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, we talked about that with Gallagher guy last night. Prices on that thing.
Oh my god, I don't get that. If they're already, I won't. If they're already here, how are you raising? Doesn't make any sense.
We had a theory last night because Gallagher guy said there was an Easter spring sale. Well, apparently the sale is just the original pricing of these things. So was it a tactic, like the Walmart thing, raise the price up and then put it on sale to its original price and make everybody think they're getting a deal?
Scams.
Right.
The time to buy this was when they pre-ordered the first time around.
I'm seeing that
The
now.
1100, whatever, that was the time, and we all screwed up that didn't do that. And no matter what happens now, it's never like
in my position. I'm just in a waiting game now. I'll wait it out. I'll either buy it secondhand or else I'll just wait 3 years from now when they're liquidating it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, speaking of video games, I know I'm late to the party on this one, which I usually am. Have you guys ever played RoboCop Rogue City, the new RoboCop game?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've been trying to play it.
It was free on PlayStation Network, and the frugal side of me came out, and I waited and waited and waited, and it finally came out for free, dude. And I've been playing this game. I'm obsessed with it. This is one of the funnest games I've ever played in my life.
I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people love it, and some people don't.
There's a little bit too much in the way of like side stories where you have to do like actual police work and detective work and things like. So if you've played like the Batman Arkham games, it's kind of like that in a way.
Yeah.
But then there's other like the action scenes of this game, and I mean, if you're not familiar with it, I'm gonna play it, just a little bit of it.
The graphics are great, right?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. The police want us to release the hostages. So no
I've
hard
seen this, yeah.
feelings.
Like I'm playing this as soon as we're done streaming
You can't go
today.
in yet. We need to wait for the reinforcements.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I knew you'd say something like that.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it is. It's insane.
Wait, is that his voice? No,
That's
it's not.
Peter
We
Weller.
need
Yeah.
to find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you
Yeah,
can
and wait
take
till
the
you know.
Ever wondered
Oh,
what your home looks
unbelievable.
like from space?
No.
But they're the violence and gore in that game is
Could care less.
No, I want to see RoboCop. I don't care what my damn house looks like from the middle. So I don't know if this game is still free. Yeah, like you blow people's heads off and their arms and legs off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I seen this trailer. Yeah, man, it looks good.
it is. And if it's still free, you have to go out there and get this. If you're a fan of RoboCop, of course. But
Wait, where
I
was
can't
it
get
free?
enough of it right now. It was.
Oh, it was. Oh, we're
I
back.
almost bought it in Shooter. Got the RoboCop theme song playing. But man, they did
Beautiful.
an unbelievable job with that game.
We
I
have-
said I was late to the game on that. I know. But it just
yeah, I've
came out
been
for
promising
free.
myself to play it since then, and I still haven't gotten to it. I will one day. That's what I always tell my wife. I will one day.
one day.
One day we'll get to it.
It's worth it. I mean, even if it's back up, and you have to pay $20 or $30 for it. Right. I had to make use of my PlayStation 5. Now, the only thing I don't like is I like the physical media, and that was a download. So I don't own a physical copy of the game. It's download only. I never played the Indiana Jones game too, but I did hear that was good. You guys played that one yet?
No, I haven't played it.
No.
Whenever it shows up for free in 2 years, I'll get it, and then we'll talk about it like it's brand new. And
If it's free, it's for me.
that's it, exactly.
Yep.
How about those 80s cartoons? That's right, MG. Well, speaking of cartoons, okay, we can segue into this. Did you guys hear about this? It's a new movie coming out. Apparently, the plot of it is the coyote who, is notorious for having the Acme products that he buys backfire on him. Apparently, he's taking them to court and suing them over their faulty
God.
products. And Will Forte, I don't know if you know who Will Forte is, very funny actor, was in on Saturday Night Live. Is apparently going to be his lawyer. Then yeah, the movie's called Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah. That movie was shelved. They weren't going to
Right.
release it, and then they decided all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, you know what? Let's put it out.
So yeah, I did see. Was there a reason for that? Like why
Well,
was it
because Warner
shelved?
Brothers is cheap, and they didn't think it would
Oh.
make any money.
I mean, okay, it's an original concept, you know. Finally, for once. I mean, yeah, they're bringing back old characters, but you know,
With the
watching
state
those,
that Warner Brothers is in, this would be a good time for them to throw that out there.
right?
Yeah, well, Warner Brothers isn't the smartest studio, and that's the problem. If they were smart, you know, they would be doing a lot of things differently. So we'll see what happens
But
with
people-
it. I you know,
People want Looney Tunes. Like give like you have the Looney Tunes, and you just keep like taking more and more of it away
Yep.
from all these, you know, places.
Yeah, we don't need a
watched it.
remake of Space Jam or with LeBron James or you know.
I couldn't finish that movie, Mike. I could not finish. I made it to the
I couldn't
game.
even start it.
I don't know who won the game. Did he get off? Did he get out of that cartoon land? I never finished.
Maybe hopefully he's still there. No, I couldn't. I'm like, really, you know, that the original I watched so many times as a kid with Michael Jordan and Bill Murray, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, why are we doing this? Like that's what they're using the Looney Tunes.
They're not.
But this, I don't know. I can feel like this may have a little bit of potential.
Yeah, but I hope there's a little bit of action in it, because if it's
hopefully,
just like
oh yeah,
if it's like A Few Good Men with just the coyotes in there,
courtroom trial
boring
the
as
entire
hell.
time. The coyote doesn't talk either, right? So
no. So
if it's just him sitting there nodding and crying, you know.
exactly. I guess they're going to show like video in the courtroom, and it'll probably keep showing.
That would be
all
kind of
different
cool
things.
of the products.
Yeah.
Backfiring on
Blowing
him,
up in his
him up.
face. Yeah.
The Batman suit. They got to show that one. Yeah, he put the Batman suit on and just.
God, he did.
Morning, Serge.
Yeah, Serge. Good morning.
Hey, Serge.
Refused to watch the new Space Jam. Yeah, that was one of those movies I couldn't.
You're not missing a thing. That was awful. I couldn't believe how bad it was.
Hopefully they put that to bed and they don't try to. In a few years, you see Space Jam 3.
It was the first one was cheesy, but it was still watchable. Like you could
It was.
to
It
this
was very
day we could go
cheesy.
back and just say, okay, I'm going to sit through this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know Bill Murray had his couple one-liners and
Plus the NBA guys. These are
Right.
all guys we looked up
they
to
were
at
all
one. I mean,
Jam. They're all, you know,
Mhm.
was it Charles Barkley and Muggsy Bogues and
you had Larry Bird in the movie. You had all
Larry,
these.
that's
I
right,
mean,
Larry Bird was in it.
you can't recreate this.
No,
If they tried to make Hoosiers again, they're not gonna. It's not gonna succeed. You can't do
I'm
it.
Don't put
surprised.
that out there.
I wouldn't
Somebody-
be surprised if they did. Honestly,
Now they will.
they'll get Chris Pratt to play Gene Hackman's role.
or
Oh my God! I just heard more things.
Matthew
on that.
McConaughey or something. You know,
Is that what they do? Do they go in these boardrooms and instead of brainstorming fresh ideas, they just start with a board that says, "What movies can we remake?" Well, that's what
Yeah.
they brainstorm. They
Yeah, yeah.
just Google popular '80s movies and like, "Oh, let's do this one."
Yeah, well, I think I said last show, John Carpenter was talking about it, that the banks and everything would rather do a redo
Yeah.
than an original movie. You know?
That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
you must have no confidence that it's gonna
They-
pan out, and
There
they're
we
like,
go.
okay, we're gonna take
No,
a
well,
safe
like he-
project.
Well, like he said, when you're talking to execs in banks and stuff like that, they have no vision. So even if you're trying to explain something to
Yeah.
them, they just don't have a vision of a new concept, you know. But if you go there and say, we're going to make a new Ghostbusters, they already have it in their idea. Okay,
Right.
you know.
And I guess expensive as everything is now. You're not back then.
Yeah.
You know, movies were $40 million to make, and now they're hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, see, what they did was they said, we're going to make a new Ghostbusters. And the banks were like, yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
and then
yeah,
they put all
yeah.
the women in there from Saturday Night Live and all that. They didn't know that part.
No, they just heard the name. That very well could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one. There you go. Watch 20 minutes of Space Jam 2. Couldn't do it.
That's true, Stack Jack.
Yeah. Shaq said the players were better back then. Shaq is always right. They don't ever doubt Shaq. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I just got that one. That's kind of the yeah, it's a good comparison.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, 38 minutes in. I got a couple. We got to touch on some Easter stuff. You want to go on a commercial break real quick?
Yeah.
I gotta fill this thing
ready
up.
for a refill?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, sit right where you are. We will be back after these messages.
And 2 and 2.
And now, this message.
Something more cuddly. Yeah. Bigger. Friendlier, maybe. Thank you. Not quite what we had in mind, yes.
Everyone wants to be the Cadbury Bunny, because only he brings Cadbury cream eggs with their delicious milk chocolate outside and creamy filling. While others may keep trying, there's only one Cadbury Bunny, and no bunny knows Easter better than him.
Fred Astaire conducts the Easter train.
I'm an old friend of the Easter Bunny.
Lots of friends are helping the Easter Bunny deliver his Easter goodies this year, but there are others out to stop him.
That train must never get over Big Rock Mountain.
The Easter Bunny is determined to get through, no matter what stands in his path.
Today at 5:30 on 19.
Monday, it's Flash Spiegel with Snoopy's Secret Life, where Charlie Brown loses Pooch to life in the fast lane. Then it's a comedy extravaganza, the all-new Daffy Duck's Easter show.
Hi, I'm Joan London. Join Alan Thicke and me for all the fun of the Walt Disney World Happy Easter Parade.
Live from the Magic Kingdom and Epcot Center.
Easter Sunday on ABC.
What you doing, Bunny?
Painting the perfect egg.
Painting eggs? At my house, Mom brings holidays chocolate. Want one?
Colors as pretty as my eggs.
Holidays chocolates. Delicious milk chocolate in pastel-colored shells.
May I suggest something?
I'm all ears.
Give holidays.
There's nothing like holidays for your holidays from the makers of M&M's chocolate candies.
Oh, and another thing. They don't break. What you doing? Mom's hoping it's color eggs with a Pa's Easter egg color kit. Look at all this stuff. You drop a color tablet, the vinegar and Wooders, then dip a hard-boiled egg. Pretty. Hey, this is fun. When it's dry, I like to rub on Cotton the Rabbit. I like to keep my eggs in the egg holder. I like to put my name on mine.
Which way do you like them, Jamie?
Grandma's.
Pa's Easter egg color kit comes with everything seen here.
Just made it.
Just made it back. This kid's annoying me. Used to love those. Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about the Cadbury cream eggs. Man, have you guys eaten one of those recently?
You develop a taste for it. You have to develop a taste. Otherwise, they're not really going to be appealing.
They're a bit much in the way of they're so sweet and
it's
sugary.
like my grandmother said, they're very rich.
Oh,
She used to say that. Yeah, they are.
you guys want to see my favorite Easter candy of all time?
See it.
And my wife, I'm trying to lose weight. My wife goes out and gets me and finds me 8 cartons of this crap.
8 cartons of anything.
I'm going to
is a
have
lot.
diabetes. You ever have those? The
my
marshmallow
goodness.
eggs?
No.
Oh, God.
I've never
Oh,
eaten them,
God.
but I've seen them. You have 8 cartons of them, and that's like a dozen eggs, right?
Yeah, a dozen of them. But I haven't opened them yet, so I'm
Those
doing
are
good so
horrible.
far.
Those are horrible.
You don't like those?
No, man.
Oh, Zod, come on. I'll give you
Are
one.
they like Peeps?
The
Are
first
they
one's
similar?
free, brother.
Give me some Reese's peanut butter cups and Twizzlers. I'm set.
Yeah, meatball. That's it. Like, give me one egg. I'll eat one of those Cadbury eggs per year, and then after about halfway through it, I'm like, all right, this is way too much.
Yeah, it's really sugary
Like
now.
Cadbury, do they make any other candy, or is that like
a caramello?
Okay, I was like, so is the cream eggs just keeping them in business because everybody buys them, on Easter? Yeah, the Peeps. Those are okay.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, I don't like. See, I like marshmallow, but I don't like
I can't
those.
stand the peeps.
No.
Yeah, those peeps bug the hell out of me, man.
Yeah, two thumbs up, Serge. I agree.
How dare I? Sorry. What was up with the little bunny in the Cadbury commercial too? Why did it cluck like a chicken? Was there something behind that?
The eggs, probably
was it?
The marketing is selling the eggs.
I mean, am I looking way too deep into this?
They're selling candy, man. You're looking too far into it.
Yeah, but you know what? We had a bunny rabbit growing up that it was an albino, just like that. Looked just like the Cadbury bunny. So
Which brings us to a great point. When you look at an actual bunny, who was the first person who decided to design the Easter bunny to look like he does? I mean, that thing is creepy as all hell.
Well, it's funny you should bring that up.
Oh, look at this! I segued.
Why does the Easter bunny look like a freaking creature of nightmares? Like
what is that?
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, guys! Like, look at some of these.
I mean, who decided on this?
And why does all the kids look like they're just traumatized? Yeah, look at these things.
I think we could make a great horror film with this as the main character doing the killing.
I mean, some of
Take
these
any of them. Take any of them. Look at that guy holding the baby right there.
Oh my God.
It's like, how hard is it to make like a, here you go. Like maybe that
cute
one.
Look, yeah,
so
cute
bad.
bunny.
I mean, that kid's not looking too happy, but what is it just trying to find the most satanic looking demon?
Yeah, bizarre.
I think they meant to do that. They did that on purpose.
They had to.
That's what I think too.
It's worse. Like the older you get,
go to
like some of these real.
Scroll back down a little bit. A little bit more. No, go all the way to the right. Look at that. It looks like that. Look at it's like just black around his eyes. One up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's staring a whole soul.
Like a demon eyes.
This kid's freaking out. His brother's on the verge of going, oh no. The rabbit's eating their heads.
Is that a little girl
this
with
one here? I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah, I often wonder.
Look at this guy. He just came right from the crack house. It just goes on and on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Even I remember it when I was younger. Like it just looked creepy as hell.
Yeah. Like, why does this one have red eyes? Like,
well, I mean, albino would have red eyes. I can get that, but just like the black around your eyes. I mean, this is.
No, I mean,
it's like the Terrifier as a rabbit. It looks creepy.
Yeah.
And you could have used like a shorter person, so it looked a little bit more, like kind of a bunny.
Honestly, right.
Right,
Put Andre
Look
the
at
Giant.
Black and white picture. Like, is he whispering something to that little girl? Like that is creepy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like what is that?
This is the Easter Bunny.
It was all always meant to be creepy. All of it. Yes.
That's true, Brooklyn Menace.
Almost
this is actually wanted posters.
Well, I mean, these aren't official bunnies. Some of them probably were. I don't know. All the times I remember as a kid, I don't ever remember seeing these horrific abominations. At least the malls I went to were pretty.
I never did that. We've taken Wes to meet the Easter Bunny, but I've never. I don't know if that was going on when I was. It must have been, but I never did that. I just wanted the candy. I wanted to track down where are you hiding this basket? Get my Easter candy.
No, MG. I just Googled creepy Easter Bunny pictures, and I was amazed at how many came up. Like as a parent, you're like, okay, go sit on this thing's lap and be scarred for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember
right. It
my
almost seems like it was intentional.
I don't know what's worse. My parents brought me to Turtleback Zoo, and I rode on the back of a turtle. I still remember that to this day. I was like 3 or 4 years old.
You rode on the back of a turtle.
Yeah, the turtle was huge.
Like one of them giant tortoises or something.
Yeah, I could still remember that. I mean, it was like a horrifying nightmare.
Well, we left it up to our son. We took him there. Like, do you want to go sit on the Easter Bunny's lap? No. All right. Just wave to him at least. Say hi to him.
No, Dad, I'm good. Thanks.
Hi.
Didn't look anything like any of these.
Even kids have more common sense.
You want to meet up?
You want to go meet him now? I'm good.
No, not today.
This is about Jesus, not bunnies. I don't know. I don't know how the bunny, I guess I should have looked into the history of it, maybe. See where that came from. Does anybody know?
Yeah, MG.
That was a comment that MG made earlier. Cadbury, the biggest chocolate maker in the world. Are they really?
Are they?
Because I had mentioned, I'm like, does Cadbury make anything else? And
yeah, but what about Mars? What about Lindt?
Yeah,
what about
I would say Mars and
Hershey's?
Hershey's would be higher.
Maybe we're not thinking outside the box. Maybe he's like, if you go to Europe or wherever.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Jesse, you're out east. You're close to Hershey's.
Yep.
Of course, Mars is I think Jersey too. What do you prefer? If you could only have one brand, Mars or Hershey's when it comes to candy? And it's a trick question because think of what brands Hershey's does and what brands Mars does.
Yeah. You're looking at like what Kit Kats and Reese's and things
I would
like
have to go with Mars. Yeah. Does Mars do Almond Joy?
That's Peter
Paul or
Peter
something?
Paul, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Peter Paul does like the
are they a branch of Mars or something?
Who does Mars? Oh, they do Snickers.
They do Twix, M&Ms.
Oh, Twix. Then I'm in. Yeah.
Are you a left Twix guy or a right Twix guy?
Oh, definitely. I'm lefty, so it's a left Twix. It has to be.
Whatever one gets out of the package.
I can't stand anything on the right. In candy, I mean.
Talked about Cadbury eggs, Peeps. Supposedly, this is the most popular Easter candy. So I'm curious. There's the Peeps right there. So it's odd. No, Jesse. No. Go on
I never liked them. No,
I would like to.
Peeps.
I mean, I guess they're kind of
try
boring.
it again. I might have a different.
I would rather eat those chocolate marshmallow bunnies that Jesse likes than the Peeps. That's for sure.
Well, they're eggs. They're just eggs. They're not bunnies now. I'm telling you, I'll get you hooked on it.
Right, with marshmallow inside.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty damn good.
You want me to sensually eat it online right now and do it? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, do it.
Don't peer pressure.
The
You are on a diet.
chocolate.
You are
I
on a diet.
I am on a diet. I gotta drop 10. I gained
Google
10 pounds
says
during the winter. I got to get rid of
Almond
it.
Joy is a part of Hershey. Yeah, who knows who owns what anymore? And Disney ends up owning all of it, probably. The chocolate or coconut nest. I don't think I've ever eaten these. I don't know. That's not an Easter candy. This is what you
There
got
it is.
right here.
Yeah, Zachary's. That's exactly the one.
Zachary, is that the brand you have?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
14th.
You see it?
Most popular
Same
Easter
one.
candy of all time.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, there's the Cadbury eggs.
That picture's not doing it any justice either.
That looks very unappetizing. Looks like what was coming out of the inside of my finger.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, MG. Did you say that there's 12 for $1? That can't be good. Are you talking about those eggs? Because it's funny you said that because they did come from a dollar store. That's funny as hell.
12 for $1.
Get a dozen eggs for $1.
Yeah.
With the price of real eggs, maybe we'll be
We'll be
We'll all be eating chocolate eggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon and marshmallow eggs.
How about jelly beans? What do you guys think of the just like the regular classic, not the not the Starburst jelly beans or the Jelly Belly ones where they have like the crazy
Only
flavors,
Jelly Belly for me. I'm not a fan of like regular jelly.
No, me either. That's the
The
spice.
jelly beans are better because the jelly bellies are better because they're more gourmet.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're gummy.
You're right.
They're
Yeah.
with the
And they're
little candy shell.
flavorful.
I mean, right.
Remember the old ones like these that you're talking about? They're just spiced kind of tasting. They're just nasty.
Yeah, they're really
and your grandparents would
nothing.
Yeah,
nothing to them. Exactly. That's exactly it. They would have them in a big bowl, and then nobody would eat the licorice flavored ones.
My father
Yeah,
would.
I don't know. I
He was
used
like
to like those
addicted
as
to
a kid, but
licorice.
yeah.
He loved black licorice.
I think it's one of those things. I guess you either love it or you hate it. I try to like it, and I'm like, I don't know.
I did too.
But if they were out, I would try again.
It's not pleasant.
But did you guys ever like the Jelly Belly ones? Did you guys ever get like the extreme crazy flavored ones the ones that they make taste like dirt or like grass clippings?
Pizza.
Yep.
Pizza.
Crazy one. Yeah, like pizza.
Oh, root
Skunk
beer and all that.
flavor.
Yeah. They tell you on the box too, like what the flavor is going to be. You got to look for
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, good.
Some of them are pretty good, like the ones that taste like buttered popcorn. Like I always like that one.
Yeah, the popcorn
yeah, the
one
ones-
tastes
ones
exactly
that,
right.
Yeah, they taste like worm flavored or skunk flavored. The skunk flavored ones, it tastes like a skunk smells. Like right off the
man.
bat, it's like overwhelming.
Yeah.
But you
And there's
still
that
taste the
there's
sweet
that
of the
white
jelly
one
bean
that's
though.
got dots all over it. It looks like it's like bad.
Oh,
You ever
yeah.
see that one? It's got
Yeah.
dots all over it. It's got the measles.
Yeah, like it doesn't even look healthy.
No, it's got chicken pox.
Marshmallow hunt eggs. I don't know what these are. Are they just marshmallows? I'm guessing. Oh, we always used to get these, and these are like the Hershey
it'd
Kiss.
be like mixed
Yeah.
into your basket.
Yeah.
Buried down inside the Easter grass.
Yeah, the plastic grass.
Yeah. About the solid milk chocolate bunnies. What was the biggest milk chocolate bunny you've ever got? 'Cause they make some huge ones.
Oh yeah, I got that.
The kind that would take you like 6 months to eat.
But you weren't allowed
Yeah,
to like
you just
eat
sit
it.
there and you
You
just
get
gnaw
like
at it.
pieces of it. Like you can't finish this today.
Oh no. The one year when we had an Easter egg hunt at my grandparents, it was loosely supervised. And they always used to we used to get the plastic eggs where they put candy and stuff in it. Well, we were just opening the eggs up as we found them and just devouring everything inside of it.
Nice.
I got so sick that evening that later, I spent Easter night in the bathroom puking into the toilet.
That's what happens.
Yep, way too much candy. And I didn't know. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. Hey, you can't go wrong with these. I'm surprised they're actually not ranked higher.
They're the best.
Yep.
Anything Reese's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you ever have these? The Cadbury, the caramel eggs are pretty good.
Let me see this.
It's just a big old glob of caramel.
Oh my god, that puts you in a diabetic coma.
Yeah.
My god.
Again, I can only eat one. Like one is
How could you go
more
through
than
all that?
enough. I don't know.
Mm.
And I'm trying to order like all this Easter candy on Amazon, and you'd be surprised like how much you have to buy at one time. I'm like, all right, jelly beans. Like, all right, here's a 5-pound bag of jelly beans. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with
the
that?
price of candy, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, every single year we buy like Halloween candy, and my wife buys like BJ's bags of of all that candy, and we've been here in this house for 25 years, and there hasn't been one single kid come to the door yet. So we have all these BJ candies during Halloween, and it's always here for a year later, and then we just throw it out. Just a waste. I don't know why we still do it.
Because the one year you won't, they'll all
That's
show
what
up.
that's what my wife said. Yeah. So we're stuck in this loop.
Yeah, meatball sauce. He does make a point with the. It seems like with when Reese's does like the Christmas trees or the eggs, the ratio is way off in the favor of peanut butter. But I mean, I really like Reese's peanut butter, so that doesn't bother me. But
Thanks, Corner Kid. I
Yeah,
appreciate
somebody
that.
said something about the robin eggs. These are good, made by Whoppers. Yeah, those are. I don't know if you guys have ever had those.
They're
but
light.
I used to love
You can
those.
trick your mind, like you can eat a lot of them and not feel like you just gorged yourself.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, those are good. The Cadbury mini eggs, I think that's all it is. It's just chocolate with a candy shell.
Those
on
I
it.
could
Jesse and I are gaining weight just watching all this.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I can't do it no more. I got on the scale this morning and I was upset. I was depressed.
That's usually how it goes.
Good God.
The Nerd jelly beans, I never had those.
Nerds is definitely not what it used to be.
I remember back then, wasn't there? What was the big scare with Nerds? Like people were putting glass in them or something like that. Did you guys ever hear that?
No.
I was never allowed to eat Nerds when I was a kid because
They
there
had
was
the
always
box. They had the box. Each, two different size.
What's
And
wrong
then they
with
had the
these
Nerd
people?
cereal.
Yeah.
Zod,
Oh,
what's
God,
your
the Nerd
favorite Easter
cereal.
candy?
My favorite, I would have to say, my favorite Easter candy was always been the Cadbury eggs.
No, I grew up in the era where they were putting razors in apples.
My dad used to check my Halloween candy like every year. Like he'd have to go through everything before I could eat it. Make sure there were no like razor blades in there or anything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know why the glass is sticking out
Who's
in my
the-
mouth. I know
the
that was a
sicko
thing. Maybe
that
it was
started
in my
that?
area.
I don't know.
Who's the sicko that started that?
Why would you do that? Like that is
I mean,
insane.
seriously.
Yeah.
That type of guy
Don't
was the
put
same
that in.
type
I
of
mean,
guy
go
that wore
slash
one of those
somebody's
Easter
tires
bunny
if you're that
suits.
miserable. Like, don't mess around with candy like that. I mean,
No, not.
that's
Don't mess around with the candy. The kids are all right, but don't mess with
No, I mean, you know what
No,
I'm saying.
I know what you meant. I'm
Yeah,
only
stop putting razor blades in the candy. What's wrong with you?
Don't mess up the candy. What's wrong with you people?
Have you no decency?
Good Lord.
No, here's the fancy jelly beans.
I'd probably be okay with the Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, they're
Have you ever
good.
had them?
Yeah.
They got to be
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
to a
Oh,
Jelly
they're
Belly,
good.
right?
Very,
they're
very
good.
similar, but yeah, they do. They're very flavorful, I guess is the best way to put
Yes.
it. Yeah. It's like
Yep.
Starburst.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're good. Number one, the hollow milk chocolate bunnies.
See, I didn't
No,
like those. You felt ripped
I didn't
off.
like them either. No.
Yeah,
You bite into it,
too.
and the whole thing crumbles apart.
Yeah, the whole thing falls
Wow,
apart.
like you melt this thing down, it's into the size of like
Yeah.
a golf ball. Like it's
Yeah.
you got to get that solid one where
Or
you're
filled with
struggling
peanut
to
butter.
bite through it.
Yeah.
Or that
was
would be
was another scam. You got less the chocolate. And
Yeah. Look, it says right here, there's no better Easter candy and arguably no better holiday candy than a hollow chocolate bunny. Who wrote this? Who
Yeah,
wrote this
baloney.
article? Because
Get
they're
out
about
here.
to get a letter.
I've never even heard of this website.
Neither have I. So
Fake
obviously
news.
it's not very credible.
It's all fake news. That's all fake Easter candy news.
The razor blade, that's true, MG. I can only hope to get free ones. Yeah, would it cost for a little 4-pack of razor blades? Also, the acid-laced candy scare. That was a thing too? There's generous drug dealers out there.
People
putting,
really,
giving up their
there's
stash.
some
Yeah,
really creepy people out there. Man.
I don't remember acid laced candy. I don't. That must have been back in the early 70s or something, right?
The scene in Halloween 2, the kid is that right? I don't remember
Yes.
that.
Yes.
The razor blade stuck in his.
Yeah.
Is that why? Because he ate a piece of candy that had it in it.
Yeah, the scene is, they're coming into the hospital and he's got the rag to his mouth and the mother's like bringing him in and he's got the razor in his mouth, stuck in his mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's. Well, looks like my son's not allowed to eat any of his Easter candy he's about to get.
Yeah, the Haddonfield Hospital.
Yeah. We'll do one more thing real quick. We should have done a tournament on this, although I didn't realize that there was actually Easter TV specials. So I don't think I've ever seen any of them. Like everybody knows like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all that for Christmas, but apparently they made a bunch of Easter ones too. Do you guys ever seen any Easter specials, or can you think of anything you watched as a kid that We're like, oh, this comes on every Easter.
Not really.
No, not
You
a
know,
one.
maybe movies like, you know, Ten Commandments or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
No, but these were
Biblical
like
movies, but not like a Easter.
Yeah, this
No.
is like Rankin and Bass. Apparently, they had a whole.
Is it really?
Yeah. I don't ever watch any of these. I'm kind of curious. Like, yeah, Charlie Brown had one.
Yep.
Yeah, Here Comes Peter Cottontail.
That one I remember.
I mean, where do you even find these? Why don't they have them on TV?
I want to
Yeah,
watch
the Easter
Snoopy.
Beagle.
Let's see the
So would I.
Peanuts.
Yeah, you can't
That'd
go
be
wrong
fun.
with Peanuts, right? And Charlie Brown.
Okay, that's a little creepy.
Yeah,
Is that from the Ewoks movie?
It almost looks like it. Oh, this is a Jim Henson Muppet.
You took it right. I was just gonna say it looks kind of like a Muppet in a way.
Yeah, I swear that I've seen that bunny before somewhere. Oh my goodness! Speaking
In
of
your worst
bunnies,
nightmares.
that thing has to be evil. No, the Smurfs, of course, they had.
Yeah.
Although, again, never seen it. The Easter Bunny is coming to town. So if you've ever watched The Santa Claus is Coming to Town, this is basically the same exact thing.
That poor bunny's got rosacea.
It does. Yeah, definitely you should get to the doctor on that. Get some topical cream.
They've got creams for that now.
So we're back to where we started from with the medical advice.
Medical.
Oh,
it goes
that
full
was it.
circle.
Yep. So, yeah, there's Easter specials out there, but I've never seen them.
No.
And there was an Easter Day parade. I mean, I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
There used to be one down here. When I lived up north, we used to come down here, and on the boardwalk, they used to have a stage. And there was one memory I had, and they used to put on shows on this stage. And one day, when I was really, really young, I think I was 4 years old, and Batman and Robin came running up on the stage, and they put on a whole show. But it was the Adam West Batman, that Batman and Robin. And that was pretty cool. So I had that memory coming down here.
It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah. And everybody dressed up. They had the hats at that time. All the girls wore those big hats, and nobody does that anymore. Nobody gets dressed up.
No. Yeah, MG, I think you're right. I think he was in the Muppet Christmas Carol Bunny. And, I mean, it's Jim Henson. Usually his stuff, like, how bad could it really be? It was at least going to be well done. I don't know. I might look into some of these things and at least try to watch them. I don't know. I feel like it's.
But you got a lot of work to do today, though.
I know.
When do you plan on watching all these?
I am never. I'm not going to have time to do it. No, I'm going to be outside probably cutting my grass all afternoon.
I'll send that girl out your way, Mike. She's cheap.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite type of.
Yeah, exactly.
The cheaper, the better. A good live stream one saying I would have to hurry up, try to upload it, make sure I won't get taken down for it.
It'd be cool to see Batman cutting the grass.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought about it. That black.
Oh, that's good.
The sun. Oh, believe me, I've done that before.
Batman's got to have a summer look, though.
Some jean shorts cut off.
Yeah, like bat shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring Easter show, and then Batman comes out. Now we got to get ready for, the Easter Bunny coming tonight, and what's crazy anymore is Easter has turned into a lot more for kids than just candy. It's almost as bad as Christmas.
Has it gotten to that point?
Oh yeah, it has.
Why does toys come with it?
Big time. Oh yeah, it's like almost as much toys as candy anymore.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
when my daughter was a baby, well, she wasn't a baby, she was like 2 or whatever. In the basket, we bought her a Tigger, and the Tigger would jump up and down all by himself, and it looked just like Tigger, and he would just do this weird ass jumping, and he would say like Tigger, 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 or whatever, however he said it.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was horrified of him. Horrified. She kept going, turn him off.
We used to get we would get maybe one toy or like a stuffed animal or something.
A t-shirt.
Like
I got an
G.I. Joe or
X-Men
something
t-shirt
there.
once. Like it was stuff like that, but no No toys on
No,
Easter.
anymore. It's like, oh, what are you getting your kid for Easter? I'm like, I don't know, a basket of candy. Like, what do you mean? What am I getting him? Well, I got my kid a drone. He's gonna get the new sweat.
Drone.
What?
Well, I heard one relative of mine said her kid's tooth came out. And I said, oh, would you put $1 under his pillow? She says, no, he gets $50 for a tooth. I said, $50?
Jeez.
And think about the age here for a second.
I felt like staying at her house and pulling my teeth.
Yeah, like
I mean, what, 8 years old? You're 7, you're 8, losing your $50.
That's crazy. $50.
Team time.
That's insane.
I got my pliers ready. At midnight, this is happening. I'm in this for $1,000.
I know, but that's the way it is now. And
that's
like I said,
crazy.
with the Easter basket, you know, and we did it. Like he's getting all this crazy stuff. I'm like,
You're
basket.
feeding
How are we
into
supposed
this?
to hide all this? Like, I mean, believe me, if I had my way, but
exactly, Jay.
you can't be the only one. I'm like, okay.
We can traffic teeth.
Yeah, buying teeth off a hub.
That's better than silver.
Yeah, you get like the 50-cent teeth or something. You know?
Yeah, forget silver coins. Just get teeth.
Yeah, I guess, does that rule still apply when you're the older you get and say you start losing your teeth just due to the age? Does the tooth fairy still visit?
Jeez, yeah, I wish.
No, I think, I think when I was a kid, if I remember, I think my first tooth, we got a $5 bill, and then I think it was $1 every tooth after that.
Wow, that's still pretty good.
We asked, I just had my kid to the dentist this past week for just a regular, because he's getting to that age where they're going to start getting loose. And the dentist asked him, she's like, how much money do you think the tooth fairy will get you? I think he said $1,000. Like
$1,000.
Well,
if
hate
they're
to burst your
gold,
bubble already, but
yeah, they better be gold.
Yeah, $1,000. Huh? I said, yeah, maybe plus or minus about $999.
Yeah,
for inflation. Yeah,
yeah.
Got a lump of coal. Hey, coal's not cheap either anymore.
A lump of coal.
That's a low blow.
Oh. They did. They were wooden.
Yeah, the George Washington, right? Isn't that why he never smiled in
He
pictures?
had wooden teeth. That's right.
Yeah.
Was that ever proven? Or is that?
I don't know. But okay, well, let me tell you this. My grandfather told me, and to this day, he died with this. So I don't know if this is true or not. But he said he used to bathe in a wooden bathtub. So I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, I don't know how you could bathe in a wooden bathtub.
Well, cowboys, back in the old, the horse troughs were made out of wood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what he would have to be talking about, I guess.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah.
You figure.
I mean, he
I would
wasn't
be afraid
that
to move
old.
around in there.
Wood was probably
nasty
very.
splinter.
I don't know if you sand it down enough.
Well, they were poor.
Yeah.
They had they had 13 kids.
Exactly, Jay.
Yeah.
So Zero says yes. The Washington's wooden dentures are apparently at the Smithsonian.
Wow. Wouldn't they rot?
I'd
though?
like to see what those look like.
Yeah.
This would be worth a field trip. We should do like a nostalgia power field trip.
Yeah, that would
Smithsonian.
definitely apply with it.
It would.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
Go
How
steal
can you
George
keep?
Washington
Yeah, but how
dentures.
can you keep eating and drinking with wood in your mouth? I mean,
I don't.
my
know.
friggin' vents goes bad in a month.
Yeah, I mean, was that just? Oh, he's kidding. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
They should be though. That'd be great.
I
That'd
thought
be
he
a
was
reason to
serious.
go. Let's make museums fun again.
Yeah, right. Does anybody go to museums?
No.
They've all been shut down.
They're turning into Starbucks.
Yeah.
You have the same shirt, Corner Cade? I think I have like 4 different shirts like this. They're just different colors. And I'm pretty sure I have the blue and red one too. Trying to get sponsored by Under Armour. It's not working. Yeah, they're comfortable. They're very breathable. There you go to the Smithsonian. Family lives in the area. All right.
That would be fun, though.
We should still do a field trip. That
would be fun.
Wood teeth or not.
Yeah, wood teeth or not.
Be something to do.
I mean, it's not going to be as fun now, but when they see those wooden dentures. Yeah, that just is, you're just asking for problems eating.
Yeah, really. I mean, come on.
I'm just, you know what? I'll eat applesauce for the rest of my life. I don't care.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
You gonna go brush your teeth? Yeah, got to get the black mold out of there.
Well, guys, what do you think? I got some yard work that needs attended to.
All right, get on that.
What? Anybody got anything good going on today for the rest of the day, or must be time to go?
See, that's what they do. They walk past the stream.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what producers do. Then you're going to get the wrap up signal soon.
Yeah, yeah, they have a swimming class today at the YMCA.
Oh, get it rolling.
Well, so what happened was they last week. I don't do the swimming class with him. My wife does, but she threw the bag downstairs that had the wet bathing suit and the towel in it. Well, I didn't know what was in it. I just took the bag and threw it in the garage.
Oh no! It's got all mildewed.
Sat in there all week long. So I had to hurry up. And she asked me, she's like, "Oh, did you ever wash that out of that bag?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't know what was in there." So I had to hurry up this morning and get it in the washer and dryer. Yes,
it smelled like mildew, right?
I didn't want to smell it.
Yeah,
but I'm sure they did.
I did that one time. I had a raincoat, and I put the raincoat in the closet, and I just closed it. I didn't leave it out, and I don't normally go in that closet, and I forgot all about it. And I went in months later, and there was black mold all over the closet door. Yeah.
Oh, over the door too.
Because it was a leather coat.
Oh,
yeah. So the organic leather coat just turned to black mold.
You just burned that thing, apparently. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I had to throw it all out. I had to disinfect everything.
Bleach all of it.
Yeah.
Saying if I said that, I'd be looking for wooden dentures. I'll be going to the Smithsonian today. Hey, can I borrow you?
That's right.
That's right. WrestleMania is this weekend.
Really?
NBA playoffs start today too, don't they?
NBA playoffs. Yep. I think the Stanley Cup playoffs start.
Summer is so close. I mean, you just think about the things that happen.
Yep.
You get spring. There's some leaves starting to develop on the trees. There'll be
Hey, didn't this year go fast though? I mean, I just remember.
It always does, Jesse.
I remember doing last Easter's show. It seemed like it was yesterday.
It was. I thought that was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to Six Flags opening day a year ago, and like
You already did it.
It's crazy. It's just
it's
time.
How was it yesterday, Phil? I meant to ask you that.
It was unbelievably packed. I had no idea. We did a ride and we waited an hour. There was still a line of thousands of people trying to get in the park still.
Wow.
I was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this.
Well, it's good to see that people are doing things.
Yes,
it is. I mean, it was good for Six Flags. I think they really had to have been extremely pleased with the turnout.
And the weather held up for you?
Long enough to be able to just say, you know what, we did 4 rides. I mean, I think on a day like that,
gone on 4 rides.
You know, it's the experience of just taking it all in, and just we did Superman. I'm gonna tell you that Skid says, you know, he was like, if this thing opens up, I'm like, don't look at the view, like you could see the whole park. And I made the mistake of, because you're facing down, I made the mistake of looking down, ruin the rest of the ride. I was afraid if that opens up, that's it. I mean, we're
you can't think like that, or else
we're 150 feet up.
Yeah.
Zod, have you done Superman?
I have, yes.
I don't think I would do that one again. I'm good.
So what is
just,
it, Phil? Exactly?
Your hands are out, and you're like put in like a flying. You're put in a flying position.
Yeah, and it hurts. It
And
hurts.
It's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable at all. No.
So because I had all this stuff on me, I had my camera, I had my stick. I was so terrified that trying to pocket all this, I wouldn't be in there. I mean, we're talking life and death here. I took that and I put it in one of those bins. Like, I'm like, I'm going to risk it. I should have got a locker, but.
No, you know what the worst part of that is? You know, when you first go on it, you sit, right? And then they tilt you into that flying position.
And they hold you there.
But then they hold you there.
For a long
time. And I mean, you start feeling your chest compressing like after a while.
Were you like inverted, like head down or something? Is that how they have
you?
Yeah,
your head is, yeah.
And the thing is, so when you go upside down, Mike, instead of going a loop, you're going this way. You're doing a reverse upside down because the track is on your back.
Yeah, it really messes with your back. It really does.
It doesn't seem like the ride for me then.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough one.
The roller coasters that's enough. At least you're in a sitting position and you're kind of somewhat comfortable.
You are in a seating position with this, but then they take the whole seating position and turn you on your chest.
I mean, you're braced in, Mike. I mean, your legs are clamped in, like everything. Like you're not moving. You could put your arms out like this, but trust me, you don't want to.
Oh no, I'd be holding on for dear life. Thinking that if it let loose, somehow I'd still be able to hold on it while it's flipping all over the place.
Good times.
But no, it was good to see the crowds were out. So it's fun, you know.
Yeah, our great adventure here was kind of having a problem for a while. Nobody was going, and they needed to spend money, is what it was. It was kind of getting, crappy looking. So they spent a lot of money and refurbished it. Now everybody's going back. So I'm happy about that anyway.
Well, because it wouldn't surprise me that in some point in the future these things started disappearing. If they're not already. I mean,
I know
the big park out my way has been sold twice now in the last decade. I think it just got sold again, and changes are coming. They're taking out a lot of these old nostalgic rides, like the wooden log ride and stuff.
The
like
log
that.
flume, yeah. I used to love the log flume.
Yeah, that's gone. That was one of my favorite ones as a kid. But
me too.
Yeah. Always afraid to be the guy that flies out of the chair if you don't hold on. Hey, why would you take the chance, right?
Oh, I watched the whole hour video of just horror things that went on in parks.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Oh, if you Google New Jersey's Great Adventure back in, I want to say the 80s, my brother was at the park in New Jersey when it had the massive fire. The haunted house went on fire. And it killed everybody, and it changed the entire.
Can you imagine?
He was there that day.
He was there that day on a field trip, and would you believe they were going to go in at that fire? He would have been in on that fire, but he told his friend in school, "Let's go on the roller coaster first, and then we'll go in there later." And
people got trapped inside of it and died.
They died.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's one of the most horrifying things that ever happened in Great Adventure.
Yeah, I know. I try not to go down that rabbit hole. Getting involved, reading up on what always happened in these horrific things that have happened to people in amusement parks.
Zero.
Again, like anything else, I'll never.
Zero just brought up a point. Yeah, we used to call it Fraction Park. That was bad too.
I mean, I know that kind of stuff is very, very rare. It's like an airplane crashing. You can't get freaked out when that happens because it's so rare.
It's rare.
Yeah. And the odds of it happening to you aren't high at all. But then that puts that thought in your head, though.
That thought, if I'm the one,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, on that note, everybody, have a
good Yeah.
Happy Easter.
What a place to end the show. Yeah. Sounds good.
That was the old man rant of the day. Yeah, amusement parks, back in my day, were safe.
Yeah, back in my day, they'll kill you.
Now they're yeah. Any
are you doing one before?
Me, I don't think so. No, not tonight. Just because of the whole Easter thing. I think we got a little prepping to do.
We'll do Shredder's Revenge tonight. We'll play through a game.
Yeah, and then watch Phil's walk and talk of Six Flags. Yep.
Yeah,
cheer you up after the dark
he'll cheer
times
you
that
back up.
We took it down.
Phil is a very positive person.
Yes.
Well, Skid psyched me out because he was talking about that Final Destination movie where they all die on those roller coaster rides before we go on Superman. I'm like, dude, why would you bring that up as we're like getting like hoisted in there?
Yeah,
it's too late.
That's like watching a plane crash movie on the plane. Why are they playing this
on planes when we're taking
disaster movie? Yeah.
Happy Easter, Zero.
Yeah, happy Easter, Zero. Happy
Easter.
Easter to everybody.
Yep.
And thank you for stopping by today, and to everybody on the panel again. I'm glad you were all here. Go eat some ham tomorrow or whatever it is. What's on the menu? Anybody eating anything out of the ordinary?
Tacos and margaritas.
Nice.
Tacos and
that sounds good.
That does sound fantastic.
I'm heading over your way.
All right.
All right, guys. We will see you back here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Be good one.
See you later.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.